So yeah, let's open this if I can open it.
It's 5 in the morning. This she go to mama.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you are not, welcome back. Make sure to click that subscribe button down below and click the bell to turn on my post notifications so you are notified every single time that I post. Period. As y'all can tell by the title of the video, we are doing a girl talk. I've done a sit down video before, kind of similar to this, but not really like this. I've done videos where I sat down and you guys ask me questions and I answer questions, but this one I am going to answer some questions that I got, but I'm also going to dig down and really talk about some stuff, and we're also going to be sipping on some wine. Yes, I'm not really a wine girl at all. I'm not really a wine girl, so don't judge me for the type of wine that I got, girl, because that's not what this is about. But I got this Stella Rosa Stella Peach. This stuff just tastes like juice. This is the only wine. I don't like red wine. I should have made that known. I don't like red wine. Is shit flying around? I feel like it's, what the fuck? Okay, I don't like red wine. I only like white wine, and this white wine tastes like juice to me. So yeah, let's open this if I can open it. Okay y'all, I'm back and we gotta open. I don't know if the lighting changed because I just turned on the brightness a little bit, but we'll see. So yeah y'all, I'm about to hold up.
Damn!
Do like that much. So period, let's get into it. This video I'm gonna be doing my makeup. The way I asked the questions and everything, I posted them on my Instagram. Yeah, I let you guys like ask me questions and things like that, and then it's also things that I want to talk about as far as going on my channel. So I mentioned in my last video, I'm on like this self-improvement, self-awareness, self-care journey. It's a lot of things that I'm learning along the way that I feel I've been seeing on YouTube and everything, like, you know how everyone has that girl becoming that girl and everything like that. That's kind of like a part of the journey, but I'm not doing it for like a trend. I'm doing it more like you just grow and realize things about yourself. I like that whole I mean, I like the trend, don't get me wrong. I don't like how people are going about it because they're just like jumping on a trend. They're not, you know what I'm saying, like they're not really, they have this whole perception of what that girl's supposed to be, and that's not the case. Like becoming that girl, I am that girl in my eyes because I know what I want to, what my lifestyle is going to consist of, how I want to, you know, act for others, how I want to receive from others, things like that. And when you're aware of that and you know of those things, you are that girl, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't care about what people think, all that stuff. Like, and I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So that's what this whole journey is about, and that's what I'm here to share. If you guys like this video, like give it a thumbs up. We can do a part 2. I really wanted to sip and paint, but I didn't have all the paint stuff and all that stuff in order yet. So maybe if we do a part 2, we can do sip and paint rather than sip and do the makeup or whatever. So let me pull up the questions actually. Let me see. Okay, so let's sip on this wine, girl. First sip of the night or of the day, whatever. It is daytime right now, y'all, but I don't think I'm gonna say like the products that I'm using because it's not really a makeup routine. It's just, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna really say the products, but y'all can see me. But yeah, my bun not really captured in this thing, but you know the vibes. All right, so the first question I got, somebody said, how do you deal with bad friends? I've been more cautious now, but like how do females do what they do without you wanting to knock them out? You know what, first of all, you have to let people do them. That's my answer to that. You have to let people do them, friend or not. Like, you really just have to let people do them. But let's get into this because this is actually a really good topic. This is actually a really good topic, and a topic that I've learned very well over, I would say about a year. Let's talk friendship breakups. friendship breakups to me, they really hit different. Like they really hit different. Like a friend breakup really does hit different. At least for me, I'm very like, I be writing for my friends. I'm the type of friend, like if you tell me what somebody is like doing to you or how somebody like moved with you or something, like I'm the friend that gets more mad than you are, because like why are they playing with you like that? Like why are they playing with my friend like that? You know, that's me. I've had friendship breakups and it sucks. It honestly sucks because it's just like you go from being with this friend all the time to not even seeing them or anything like that. So I would say they're intense. They're really intense. But my advice is speak your mind. Speak your mind. Like speak your mind. I don't care. I'm the type of person, if I got something on my chest, I'm gonna get it off me. If something made you feel uncomfortable, tell that friend. What are you guys friends for if you can't tell each other about themselves? Like if I did something to make one of my friends uncomfortable, I would want to know. I want to know so I can change that, like, or so I know not to do it again because it makes them feel a kind of way, or you know, something like that. So I think speaking your mind and everything like that is very important. But once you speak your mind, bro, if you guys choose to remain friends after that, or if you guys just kind of like drift off and part ways, move on. Move on. It is okay to understand like you're going to outgrow people. That is in friendships, relationships, shoot, maybe even family members. That's life. If a friend did you dirty, like you can't dwell on them. Move on. Like do better for yourself. Honestly, line break. Like after you speak your mind or whatever, and if things don't work out, y'all choose to not be friends anymore and just go your separate ways, don't show that you care. Like don't feed it. If they're posting stuff about you or you know anything like that, don't feed into that. They're going to, a lot of people are going to put a certain type of perception on you to other people so they can have friends, or they can, you know what I'm saying? People are gonna do that, but that's like, people are just weird. After you did show that you cared and you tried to make it work with this person, you spoke your mind, you spoke how you felt about things, and y'all just don't work out, y'all don't click no more, whatever, don't show that you care with anything that they do. That's one thing that I'm like really learning in general. Don't let people have that type of access to you, because 9 times out of 10 people are really just looking for a reaction out of you. They want to know that they got to you. But if you don't show that, baby, trust me, that's gonna eat them alive. That is going to eat them alive. They're gonna be like, why is she not reacting? She ain't see my post? She ain't see my post about her? I seen the girl, but I ain't paying attention to it because that's a bunch of bullshit. We too grown to be, no. In 2022, with everything going on, bro, the least of our worries should be friendships, relationships. I should never have to feel like I have to focus so much on my friendships and things like that. Like, girl, I don't have time. I don't have time. What is meant for you will be. So if that friendship is no longer a friendship, maybe it wasn't meant for you. Yeah, that's my advice on that. We talked a lot about that, low-key. Just learn your lesson going into the next friendship. If you choose to go into another friendship, just learn your lesson from shit. Now that we talked about that, the next question is do you have a boyfriend? What is that? What is that? A what? No, I'm just playing. I'm playing. Yeah, I do have a boyfriend actually. To answer your question, oh, all right, so the next question is, what are your love languages, girl? So actually, I really find like the whole love language concept very interesting. And when I first heard about it, I did my research on it because I just wanted to know. And so out of all things, my love languages are physical touch and quality time. Because if you're my person, I don't care what we're doing. I really don't care what we're doing, like as long as I'm doing it with you. I'm a social person. Like I like to be outside sometimes. I like to, you know, meet new people, everything like that. But at the same time, my social meter does run down very quick. And I'll go through phases where I'm very antisocial. Like I don't even want to leave the house. Being with my person, if I can do both, like I don't care what we're doing, if we're outside or if we're staying in the house, because both of our social medias are just down or whatever. I love that. Like I love that one. And then physical touch, I just like to be under my person. I like to be physical touch, you know what I'm talking about. Next is wine break. Okay, next is cutting your losses early. I don't really know, like this was a question, but I don't really know how to like go about this. But what I'm gonna take from it, pay attention to red flags, whether that's friendships, relationships, or anything. Pay attention to red flags in a person. And if you're noticing a lot of red flags in the beginning stages of a friendship or a relationship, or like a situation, you're talking or something, and you're noticing a lot of red flags, and that's not something that you like, either make it known or deal. Because what you see in the beginning is what will continue throughout the whole friendship and the whole relationship. And if you don't act on it when it first happens, you can't get mad later on, because it's just like you never told this person, but you've been seeing it. Like you've been seeing it. And also stay away from people who drain you. Like, sorry y'all, my camera has stopped, but stay away from people who drain you. That is one of the biggest red flags, especially if it's like very new in a friendship or relationship and they are draining you. Please run, like run the opposite direction, because what? Cut that off. Pay attention to things from the jump, and don't be afraid to cut people off. Like I had to learn it. Like I would keep a lot of people around because I'm just like, oh, we've been friends for so many years, or I've been talking to him for so long, you know, something like that. Girl, history don't mean nothing. History don't mean nothing, honey. History does not excuse anyone's behavior or anything like that. Take them as memories and keep it pushing. Like don't do that to yourself. And another thing that goes into that, like if people are showing you that they don't care about you or that they don't fuck with you, like believe them. Please believe them, because somebody is going to show you how they feel about you with their actions. Don't be like, oh, well maybe they didn't mean this or maybe they didn't mean that. Don't get me wrong, I believe in second chances and everything, so if you give a person a second chance, that's great. But if they keep having like this repetitive behavior, all the negativity and all that stuff, cut them off. Like really cut them off. It's not healthy. It's not healthy at all to live a life like that. So let's talk about, those were all like really the questions. That's questions on my Instagram, and those were all really like the questions portion. So now I'm just gonna start talking about what I wanted to talk about as far as like this whole journey and things like that. So, and I figure like with each girl talk we can go like piece by piece. First thing that I wanted to talk about is, I'll say like this, since we just talked about friendships and everything and like cutting people off, like just the people who you have around you, I figured this would be a good video to talk about your environment, like who you surround yourself with. The environment you place yourself in is very important, and it all ties into each other, because what you surround yourself with will reflect on you. Who you surround yourself with will reflect on you. Hold on, wine break. With surrounding yourself and your environment, take your time with people. Like take the time to really get to learn people, whether that's a friendship, relationship, situationship, talking, whatever the case is. You're dating multiple people, like it doesn't matter. Like take your time to really learn people. And I say this because, oh yeah, I'm just gonna throw in, I don't use foundation, so I use concealer like as my foundation, because concealer is just more light and I can't do the thickness of foundation. Maybe soon, I haven't really tried it, but I can't do the thickness of foundation. So if you want to know why I'm putting it all over my face. Okay, back to what we was talking about. Really get to know people, because you will see what you like about a person and what you don't like, and that's where you can really tell, like, okay, I don't want to be this person's friend. Like, you're taking the time to get to know them, you're gonna see the things that you don't like and you do like, or things that you're willing to tolerate about this person and things you're not willing to tolerate, you know? So yeah, take your time to really get to know people. Take your time to understand people, to learn people. Like learn about, you know, their past, their everything, because that all ties into how they act today. I'm not saying like the past defines a person, but people's past and people's upbringing definitely reflects on their present day self. Keep that in mind, for real. My battery is about to die, so I'm about to change out the battery really quick and then we're gonna come back. Anyways, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, take your time with getting to know people. So along with that, don't force titles, if that makes sense. Consider not everyone's your friend in the beginning. Like you might be starting to hang out with someone, that doesn't mean that that's your friend. You know what I'm saying? Like don't force titles. If you're talking to someone, don't try to, oh, I want a relationship, like I want you to be my boyfriend. Like don't force titles on anyone, for real. Like take your time. It is beauty in learning a person, like really learning a person. And if the title does come, cool, that's great, but just don't force it. Like when you first go into something, like don't go, you know what I'm saying, don't go looking for a friend or like looking for a boyfriend, because that's not gonna attract the right people to you. And I say this because like this is something that I'm learning myself. When I moved back home from being out of state for a while, when I came back, I didn't really talk to people or friends that I had from like high school and everything. So really I kind of had to like start over in my own hometown, in my own city. Like I had cut people off, like just outgrown people or whatever. And I was kind of looking for friends, and I'm just like, I don't want to. I had to learn for myself, like I'm really not ready to be a friend to anyone, and that's okay. I'm focusing like on school, I'm doing this whole thing for myself, and I'm also in a relationship. Sometimes it's very hard, and that's why I say like I'm not ready to be a friend to anyone. Like I hang out with girls, I have people that I do consider my friend, but like as far as like new people and like, you know, things like that, I'm just not ready to be a friend to anyone. That's what I'm saying. Like don't, when the time is right for me to be a friend to someone, like a friend will come, that will happen, or I'll get closer to the girls that I do hang out with, you know, things like that. Just take your time, all of that. Like that's my, if you take anything from this video, I feel like that would be my best piece of advice, is just take your time. You know what I'm saying? Like we are in no rush. Take your time to learn yourself, to learn your partner, to learn your potential friendships. Hold on, this truck going by. About to contour this face, baby. Learn to love yourself, learn to have fun by yourself. I feel like a lot of people are dependent on others for their happiness, and that's a really sucky way to live. I'm not gonna lie, that is a really sucky way to live. If you have to depend on other people to be happy, I don't think you're happy yourself. I don't think you're happy with yourself. And this whole journey that I've been on, like I've really been learning that it's okay to move alone, it's okay to do things. That's why you see everybody in this whole becoming that girl thing, like taking themselves out on a date, like taking themselves out, like they're going on a date by themselves, they're treating themselves. Like that is beautiful. That is so beautiful, because if you don't learn to love yourself, and if you don't learn to enjoy your own company, how do you expect somebody else to do the same? How do you expect somebody else to enjoy your company if you don't even know if you enjoy yourself? Work on you first. And that's what I'm saying, like I'm not ready to be a friend to anyone right now, because I'm learning myself. I used to be the type of person with friends, I know my friends, like I know they hated me for this, because I see people doing now and I'm like, that's really annoying of them. I used to be the type of friend to be like, can you come with me here? Can you come with me to do this? Can you come with me? Girl, I cannot do nothing by myself. And I apologize to my friends that has to do with all of that, because that sucks. Like I bet you they were like, this girl can't do nothing by herself. No, at the time I couldn't. I would get, I don't know, I just felt like I needed somebody with me all the time. Like I need somebody to talk to, I need somebody to laugh with, I need somebody to anything. Just walk with me. Just we can walk in dead silence. At least I got somebody with me. Like I don't know what it was or what it is. I feel like I just never knew how to be alone for real, but I learned that. Okay, so I was just recently working somewhere, and this one girl at my job, we had a grocery store right next to my job. And so like on their lunch they would go over there, like get some fruit or get something to eat. Like it was a whole grocery store right there. So mind you, it's like 20 feet. You just have to turn the corner and walk in there. Every single time, it doesn't matter where she was going. If she was going to Starbucks, if she was anywhere, she had to have someone go with her. And I would just look at her like, you are a grown-ass woman, like what are you doing? And now like that's when I said I can't believe like I was that person, because I looked at her and I was like, that's so disturbing. Like I would hate to be a friend of hers, because I would have to tell her, why can't you do things on your own? You know what I'm saying? Like I would hate to be a friend to her. And that's what made me realize, like, damn, like I used to be that friend. Like I really used to be that friend. And that's crazy. Like I appreciate my friends for going through that. They probably talk about me, I don't know, I don't care, but yeah, I was that girl once before, and I'm just like, damn, it's not even that I was judging her. I was just like, damn, like she doesn't know how to be alone. That's sad. Like she doesn't know how to be alone. That really sucks, because you're a grown woman. Like she was a couple years older than me. Like you're a grown woman, you really are. And now that I'm learning that, I find so much peace in being alone that I'm just like, I don't even know how people can be around people all day. Like I don't know how she does it. Like that time, I like to take that time to myself. Like let me go get something to eat myself. You know what I'm saying? Like get away from people for a minute, reset. You know, because now that I'm getting a little bit older, like my social media really does like run down. I can't be around people for too long. Like, why does truck wanna? Oh my god, just wanna play. I hate where I live. I hate where I live so much. It's so much stuff going on, like all times of the day. Anyways, more wine. Let me finish this. Mind if I do? Ooh. Y'all, it's only 1 p.m. What was I just talking about, y'all? It's very important to watch who you surround yourself with, and you know, things like that, because if you're around like a negative person all day every day, it's only a matter of time before you start feeding into this negative energy, and now you become a negative person. And what if you didn't want that? You know what I'm saying? Like what if you didn't want that for yourself, but you stuck around this person because you want a friend so bad, and now look at you, unhappy, negative, and don't nobody want to be your friend. You see how that work? See how that work? I would say, no. I'm scratching all that out because I just said a whole bunch of nonsense. Maybe we need to chill out on the wine. I just said a whole bunch of like nonsense for real. Wow. Okay. What I really wanted to say, but I wanted to focus on the topic of like becoming a better you. So when you know what you're willing to tolerate and who you choose to be around, like, it's a great feeling. The whole saying that I live by, and I feel like everybody should live by it, it's my world, you're just living in it. Because girl, what? It's my life, it's my world, you are just living in it. You're just a part. Like, play your part. Some people might take offense to that, but it is what it is. Play your part in people's lives. If you're a friend to somebody, be a friend. Oh yeah, also, I'm pretty much done with my face because I don't be putting on eyeshadow when I have on my lashes, because I don't like it to be like caked up. It'd be hard to take off eyeshadow with lashes and everything. Okay y'all, so we have finished with the whole makeup look. So that was everything that I had to talk about as far as, you know, friendships. Well, to answer y'all questions and to talk about like becoming a better you, with surrounding yourself, your environment, learning how to be alone, to detox. And I'm learning all this myself on my whole journey, and I've been loving it, honestly. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I am in a relationship, so I'm learning this, like wow, being in a relationship is really, it's a good feeling. So I recommend this to anyone who is struggling with finding themselves and learning themselves, because some people think like when you're in a relationship you can't do this or something like that, or you can't, like you have to put your all into them or whatever. But it's just like, you can, but you also have to put your all into yourself as well, and you have to understand yourself and things like that. So it's all the things that I'm learning, and I wanted to definitely like share it on my channel because I know a lot of people are kind of going on this journey as well and learning things as well. I know I've watched plenty of YouTube videos already with people kind of like going about the same type of journeys and things like that. I know how like people, you know, the whole trend basically of becoming that girl is going on this self-awareness journey and changing yourself for the better, whether that's your diet, your lifestyle, or your surrounding, like anything like that, just you and yourself. I did want to touch base on that and incorporate this into my channel. So if you guys like this, let's do a part 2. Make sure you give this a video a like so I know, and we can do a part 2 to this. And instead of makeup, maybe we could do like sip and paint or something, because like I said, that's really what I wanted to go with this video, but I just didn't prepare for the video on time, so I didn't have like any paint or anything. But I definitely want to do this again. And if you guys want to like ask me any questions or anything, make sure you follow me on Instagram, because I do make a post before I film the video to where you can ask me those questions, or you can ask them in the comments, whatever suits you. Like, I'm gonna see them either way, and I'll make sure I incorporate them into our part 2. We'll see how that goes. So that's all I have for today. I really liked it though, so I hope that you guys like this. I know I do vlogs. I love vlogs, but I also like to sit down, and I feel like going on this topic of this journey while having to sit down is just perfect. Make sure to like this video so I know to do a part 2, and make sure to subscribe, join the gang. Make sure to click the bell too so you get notified every single time that I post. And that's all I have for today, and I will see you guys in my next video.